Hi, this is Michael Singer from Actuate, reporting for BIRT TV. Today we bring you another BIRT expert, and today it is Kristopher Clark, who's made the trip out as part of the Evangelist group. And Chris, thanks for coming out to corporate headquarters. You were out here as part of JavaOne doing a demonstration on how BIRT integrates with the Internet of Things, and I heard that you hacked into your Prius. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it was pretty easy. I just plugged into my car's onboard diagnostics computer, and I retrieved data from it to show it in real time in a BIRT report, and also to take that data and show trends and compare data over time of those same data points.
And what did you find?
I found where my best gas mileage was at certain speeds and RPM ranges. Also found the torque needs during acceleration and as deceleration and as the overall speed increased or decreased.
Okay. And so to facilitate BIRT designs and BIRT dashboards into this, you had to do some work with the Eclipse Foundation, right?
That's correct. I used some of the technologies that are being developed and introduced by Eclipse and the IoT work group.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that, because that sounds really interesting, actually.
So some of those are MQTT brokers. They have a sandbox out there that you can play with just to kind of get started. That was kind of the meat of the project, was to retrieve data in real time from my things that were connected to the internet. I used MQTT to receive that data and also to be able to compare it over time.
Now, a lot of people have been talking about Internet of Things and how important it is to really, be able to gather all this data together. But, here at Actuate, we think about seeing that data and what that entails. Tell us a little bit about, why is this an important thing for people to work on?
So it's an important thing for people to work on because IoT is all about devices talking to each other, making decisions and acting on data that they're passing between one another. In an effort to make that decision-making process smarter, you can bring in the BIRT component to look at that historical data and create new rules based on educated guesses as opposed to just parameters that may or may not be correct.
And if I'm not mistaken, as part of your demonstration, you actually were changing things almost like every other demonstration because you found new things, right?
That's correct. So every time the report ran, I was able to get the most current data from the car at that point. So the chart, when I brought it up, was changing, as well as the gauges on the dashboard.
Well, this all sounds really cool. So if I'm a BIRT developer and I'm just getting started into the Internet of Things, and I want to start building that relationship between my IoT project and my BIRT designs and reports, what's the best way to get started?
First, I would take a look at the Eclipse work group, the IoT work group. They have a lot of good resources, a sandbox environment that you can play around with if you're unfamiliar with some of these technologies. I'll also be posting my code on the Developer Center, so you can take a look at that after you have a handle on what protocol you'd like to use to communicate between your devices.
And how easy is that to do?
It was pretty easy. Before this project, I didn't have much experience with MQTT, and I feel like after the demo process, I have a firm understanding of how to kind of talk between IoT devices now.
Well, we absolutely appreciate you're going to be posting this code on the developer.actuate.com website. That's your go-to place for all BIRT content, especially if you're a developer that's getting into the BIRT community. Again, thanks again to Kristopher Clark for joining us today. You too can join this conversation at developer.actuate.com, and we have a free server that you can take advantage of, so keep an eye out for that. Again, this is Michael Singer for Actuate. Thanks for watching.